Warning, this video contains Code Geass spoilers. All the spoilers. All of them.
What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for Anime Uproar, and welcome to a brand new Code Geass video. I'm really excited about this video, guys, because we might have actually found a clue from way back in 2009 that appears to show a scene from R3, from Code Geass Season 3. This discovery actually came through our Discord server, where one of our active members, Phantom Black, came across this image and shared it with the rest of us. After that, we all got to researching together and we managed to find a whole bunch of information on this image. And I want to thank Shinkiro, Gina Weinberg, Bo, and Sol Maka for helping out with this as well. If you want to be a part of these discussions in the future, be sure to join our Discord server. The link is in the description. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest Code Geass Season 3 news, be sure to subscribe and be sure to click that notification bell so you can be the first to know. So yesterday in our Discord server, Phantom Black brought my attention to this image which shows Lelouch playing with a dog that appears to be a collie. This image might look like a normal promotional image at first, until you realize that you can see C2 and Cheese-kun in the background, and C2 is wearing the same clothes she was wearing in the final scene of R2. She also has the same large red hat with a white flower from the final scene, not to be confused with the small red hat that she wears at other times in the anime. In fact, if you look at what Lelouch is wearing in this image, he appears to be wearing the same gray pants and long collared white undershirt that the cart driver is wearing in the final scene of R2. Not to mention that the scenery with all the nature and sheep seems to be very revealing as well, because it looks a lot like the scenery in the final scene of R2. The scenery also gives us some clues about their location, because clearly they're not in a tropical region, they're not in the desert, they're not in a jungle, but they could still be in England, they could be in Switzerland, or maybe even New Zealand or Australia. After all, wouldn't Australia be the perfect place for Lelouch to hide? We know that it is marked as separate on every single map in the world of Code Geass. We also know that in episode 15 of the first season of Code Geass, when Mao tries to abduct C2, he tells her that he will take her to Australia, again implying that Australia is a great place to hide in the world of Code Geass. We can also see Lelouch wearing a cross around his neck in this image, which is strong symbolism. Lelouch has often been compared to a Christ-like figure because he dies for our sins, or for the sins of the world, and for his own sins, unlike Christ of course, and then is resurrected when we realize that he wasn't dead, that he did not die at the end of R2. So again, this symbolism might hint at his resurrection or revival. As we did more research on this image, we found this: a graphic in which someone has already pointed out the clues in the image that we just mentioned. But also look at this particular image itself. It is on a paper that has creases and a glare, so it is clear that this image is actually a poster. As I looked into it further, I also found this: a Chinese animation magazine cover that shows the same image but only partially, without C2 in the background. This leads me to conclude that this particular animation magazine probably contained the full image as a poster on the inside. I then ran a reverse image search for this image, and I was able to trace it all the way back to August of 2009 on a Chinese website. We know that R2 finished airing in September of 2008, which means that this image can be traced back to less than a year after R2 finished airing. As I looked through the reverse image search, I also came across an altered version of the same image, which shows C2 dressed in the same way in the foreground, with Lelouch and the collie on the right and a cabin in the background. I was not able to find a direct link for this second image anywhere. It appears to have disappeared from the internet. However, again, it seems to show clearly a scene from Season 3, a scene in which Lelouch and C2 are living together and hiding away somewhere in the wilderness. It is also worth noting that the scenery in this image seems very similar to the scenery in the PV or teaser trailer for the sequel, in which Suzaku is seen running away from something. On top of that, I already mentioned that this scenery is very similar to the final scenes of R2, in which we see C2 riding in the cart, and it is also similar to the scene we see right before that, and that is Anya and Orange picking oranges at an orange farm. And did you know that there is an area in southern Australia along the Murray River known for both growing oranges and having lots of sheep? In fact, In this 2012 article, we see that a record harvest of oranges in this area led to a whole bunch of leftover oranges being eaten by sheep. So is this a coincidence? Or is this the perfect place for Lelouch to hide? And is it possible that Orange, being a faithful servant of Lelouch, is living somewhere close by so that he can protect Lelouch in case something happens? Furthermore, could this mean that the reason Orange was shown being attacked in the PV or the teaser trailer for season 3 is because someone was trying to find Lelouch and they had to go through Orange first? So what do you guys think? Is this really an official image that shows us that Lelouch survived way back in 2009? Or do you think this is just a really high quality unofficial image? Do you happen to have any more information on this image? Have you seen it before? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching and thanks for all your support lately. The channel has been growing quickly lately and that means a lot to us. But even more importantly than that, we've been creating an amazing community of anime fans around this channel. If you want to be a part of our community and if you want to be the first to know about all the latest news about Code Geass Season 3, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to keep the discussion going with us on a daily basis, you can join our Discord server. The link is in the description. Once again, thank you to Phantom Black for finding this image first. And he will be starting up a YouTube channel soon, so I left the link to his YouTube channel in the description if you want to show him some love. Thanks again, everybody, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.